And you're looking at a live shot of the Elsa Shrine. That's Mama Mary. And zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out to show the entire shrine.
Yes.
Nice day. It was cool. The past 2 nights, it's been cool the past nights, Emily. Very pleasant.
And it seems like we're going to be enjoying a good day today. Hopefully, no more rain.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's going to rain. Well, Pat's going to tell us. That's a photograph of Cardinal
Cardinal
Tagle.
Tagle.
Yes,
Who is
one of the possible
possible
candidates
the next pope.
to the papacy. Well, of course, we all hope he becomes the Pope.
And of course, today, Jing, it's Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the start of the season
Start
of
of the
Lent.
Lenten season.
Yes.
So if you're
for
Catholic,
you'd have to have that red, the black
yeah,
ash
the ashes.
in the forehead.
Live shot of Osmeña Highway. Not too bad.
Yes, it seems like a free-flowing day today.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as stressful, especially if you're just about to wake up and you realize
You're late.
You're late already, and it's time for you to go to
And
work
if you're
or to
watching us,
school.
that means you.
But don't worry, don't worry.
Don't worry.
It seems like the traffic today may not be as bad as other
Yeah,
days.
you work hard. You can take half a day off and watch us as long as you want. That's our friend, pollution, not too friendly to our health, but it's there every day, so you know you can rely on it.
But it seems like it's a clear day today, Jing.
Yeah, no clouds. Well, just a little,
Just
just
a little.
above the horizon. And this is our skyline as we see it from the rooftop of the Worldwide Corporate Center along Shaw Boulevard in Mandaluyong. Good morning. I'm Jing Magsaysay.
I'm Amelin Veloso.
And Pat is in the other studio. Pat Fernandez will tell us about the weather in a bit. It's Wednesday, February 13, 2013. Today is Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent, occurring 46 days before Easter. It's a Catholic practice of placing ash on the foreheads of its followers as a reminder and celebration of human mortality and as a sign of mourning and repentance to God. The ashes used come from the palms burned from the Palm Sunday celebration of the previous year. And today in history, February 13, 1565, Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi and his troops came to the Philippines and landed on Samar Island. Soon he established a permanent settlement in Manila and also ordered the construction of the walled city of Intramuros. Lopez de Legazpi became the first Spanish governor of the Philippines and worked to convert the natives to the Catholic religion. And while we lavish our morning coffee and donuts, here's a quote from actor Ethan Hawke from his book, Ash Wednesday. He said, "Give your heart to everybody you meet. The rest is pretense." And our photographer of the week, George Tapan, takes us to one of his travels to Baler, Aurora. This photograph of George shows a kid taking photographs of locals in the area, probably his camera. George used a 24mm wide lens. 24 millimeters is an interesting focal length for full-frame cameras. On a full-frame camera, it's a very useful wide angle, maybe the widest focal length that doesn't obviously give rise to images because the ultra-wide look is not really distortion in an optical sense. It's more of an unfamiliar viewpoint. Nice photo, George. And let's now take a look at the banner stories of the major broadsheets. Philippine Daily Inquirer, suspense high for the next Pope. And look at that photograph. When the Pope's news broke from the Vatican City, the night it broke, there was a storm and lightning hit St. Peter's Basilica. How about that for a photograph? Benedict's successor elected by Easter, and photograph of Lolong, a goodbye hug. Bye, Lolong. We'll miss you. Philippine Cardinal mentioned as a papal contender. That's the front page of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Photograph of the Pope on the front page of the Philippine Star, taken with Archbishop Luis Antonio Tagle receiving a blessing from Pope Benedict XVI. And then again, the photograph of the St. Peter's Basilica being struck by lightning. Senate race, battle lines drawn. It's the second day of the official campaign period for the Senate, national candidates. Poll rating of government executives down. JPE is the biggest loser. Tagle, next pope, is the headline of the Manila Bulletin. Photograph of Archbishop Tagle. Team Pinoy to fight poverty and corruption. That's the front page of the Manila Bulletin. The Manila Times has photographs of all the candidates from top row, from left, Brazilian Claudio Jumes, Honduran Oscar Andres Rodriguez Maradiaga, Argentine Jorge Mario Bergoglio, Mexican Norberto Rivera Carrera, Brazilian Joao Braz de Aviz, our very own Luis Antonio Tagle. There's Archbishop Tagle right there. Nigerian Peter Turkson over here, top right-hand side. And bottom row, from left to right, Austrian Christoph Schonborn, Hungarian Peter Erdo, Italian Angelo Scola, Canadian Mark Ouellet, Nigerian Francis Arinze, and last, Nigerian John Onayekan, and the USS Timothy Dolan, all candidates for the papacy. Tagle could be the next pope, says the Manila Times. Manila Standard today, photographs of the President, President Noynoy Aquino, and Vice President Jejomar Binay. President Noynoy Aquino leading the Team Pinoy Proclamation Rally at Plaza Miranda, and Vice President Jejomar Binay leading Team Una, the Una Coalition, in Cebu at their proclamation rally, the biggest voter-rich province in the country. And the headline says, they're off and running. Malaya Business Insights, slot machines to provinces. Survival of fittest for green race, bidder for government projects will have to present ITRs. And 2012 exports slightly below 8% target. That's the front page of the Malaya Business Insight. Business Mirror headline reads, Mindanao peace deal in March. That's a look at our front pages. Emlyn?
Thank you, Jing. And now let's check on what's trending this morning on social networking sites. One of the most talked about worldwide topics in Twitter is IOC. Netizens reacted on the International Olympic Committee's decision to remove wrestling from its roster of 25 sports come 2020 Olympics. IOC spokesman Mark Adams says this is part of the renewing and renovating program for the Olympics. Wrestling was part of the first modern Olympics in Athens in 1896. Also in Twitter here in the Philippines, netizens are talking about Ash Wednesday, which we are celebrating today. Ash Wednesday marks the start of the Lenten season when Catholics observe abstinence from consuming meat every Friday. And in case you fail to do so, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines says you can instead engage in an act of charity like helping people in need, praying for others, and visiting the sick. At the age of 14, you are obliged to observe abstinence, while those between 18 to 60 years old can do fasting. And one of the Yahoo trending topics this morning is Stephanie Retuya, who made it to the top 3 of the Asia-Pacific reality show Asia's Next Top Model. 23-year-old Stephanie hails from Laguna and will battle it out with Kate Ma of Taiwan and Jessica Amorincol Dilok of Thailand in the finals. The winner of the competition will be revealed on Sunday. So how's the weather going to be like today, Pat? I've heard the northeast monsoon still prevails in some parts of the country. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning, Amlin, and good morning to all our viewers this fine Wednesday morning. Well, yes, Amlin, you're right. The northeast monsoon now prevails over the northern section of Luzon and in the eastern section of Visayas. As you can see in our Metro Weatherscape, a huge amount of rainfall may be experienced here in Mindanao, and this will cause the coastal waters of southern Mindanao to be quite erratic, and this will gradually spread to the rest of the island throughout the day. Meanwhile, here in eastern and central Visayas, including Caraga in Mindanao, they will experience cloudy skies with light to moderate rains. And here up north in Cagayan Valley, in Aurora, Quezon, and in Bicol, cloudy skies with light rains may persist. In Metro Manila and in the rest of the country, we will just have partly cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Moderate to strong winds blowing from the northeast will still prevail over Luzon and eastern Visayas, so the coastal waters along these areas will be moderate to rough. Elsewhere, the winds will be just light to moderate coming from the northeast also, and this will bring slight to moderate seas. Strong to gale force wind is expected to affect the northern and the eastern section of Luzon, eastern Visayas, including Samar and Leyte. Because of this, fishing boats and other small sea craft are advised not to venture out into the sea, while larger sea vessels are still alerted against big waves. And that's the latest on the weather this morning. Back to you, Amelin.
Thank you, Pat. Let's now get the traffic situation along EDSA. Katrina Domingo is in EDSA Ortigas. Hi, Katrina. Good morning.
Good morning, Amelin. It's a pleasant Wednesday morning over here at EDSA Corner Ortigas Avenue. What you see right here is the eastbound lane. This eastbound lane on the right side of your screen is the eastbound lane of Ortigas Avenue, where vehicles are coming over from San Juan and are heading towards Pasig City, while on the left side of your screens is Ortigas westbound lane, where vehicles are coming from Pasig City and are heading towards San Juan City or Quezon City. If you can notice, traffic is quite heavy on the westbound lane of Ortigas, but don't worry because this is only caused by traffic lights. The entire stretch of Ortigas is light to moderate with only delays by the traffic lights. Meantime, over at EDSA, congestion has already started at Timog southbound, and that slow movement will trickle down to Boni and Mandaluyong City. Guadalupe, Orense, Kalayaan, and Buendia southbound, meanwhile, as of this moment, has only moderate flow, while Ayala Avenue and onwards to FB Harrison is light as of this moment. As for EDSA northbound, traffic on all points is light to moderate, so you better hurry to your work or school so that you can catch this kind of smooth traffic on EDSA northbound. Alan will be back in a few minutes to give you more traffic updates, but always remember that it doesn't hurt to always be extra careful when you're on the road. Jing, Amelin.
Thanks, Kat. What a shot, huh? Top stories when we come back. You're watching Solar Daybreak on the Solar News Channel at 7:14.